Now we would like to ask Takeshi Nakamura-san, founder of Raise the Flag, to give us his inspirational talk. One of the Ideathon teams that received the grand prize last year asked Mr. Nakamura to be their mentor as they develop their strategy. How smart! The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. So let's be energetic. I am Nakamura from Raise the Flag. We're a manufacturing company, small company in Kagawa Prefecture. I started in 2017. It often happens that small company really is serious about changing the world. And specifically, we will eliminate the inconveniences of the people with visual impairment. Today is lives technology. I want to talk about how technology stand by the lives and fill the gap between the people with disability and people without disability. 15 minutes is really short time, so I'll be quick. Today, I wanted to have technology examples and other companies' examples, but time is limited, so I will just focus on our business. So I'll be really serious without kidding around today. So one of the definition of technology is an ability enabled by application of knowledge, and we stick to this definition. We want to make a device that will solve the inconvenience of not being able to see. So we are using the methodology bionics. And in the world of animals and living things, there are some species that are really doing well without seeing, like the bats, that is the nocturnal, and also dolphins. They can only barely feel the light. But I've never seen a dolphin that hit the wall of a pool and is massaging its own head, or I've never seen a dolphin that is full of scars. How do they really recognize their environment? And if we can really implement their functionality, then I think this would be really helpful. It's surely that they are using other sensory organs to recognize the environment. So we really wanted to realize that kind of sensory organ or something close to it. And last year in spring, we had made a prototype and we started demonstration experiment. It's called Sim Plus. So about 90% of the people with visual impairment, they have eyeballs. Eyeballs are the body organ that you can use the fastest. You can move the fastest. And the range of motion is quite big, and it's a real good device to detect the environment. So we decided to create a glass type of device at Simplus. And we tell the person who's wearing that eyeglasses the distance to the object. And using vibration and acoustics, due to the differences in the cycle and the strength and the frequency, the person can recognize the environment. And the demonstration experiment came up with good results. So people have to wear this new device and recognize and acquire new sensory. So it takes some time. And by wearing this device, continuing to wear it, they will have better sensory and better recognitions. And we have the mode where for people who cannot move their eyeballs so much. So the people really have the best recognition ability and understanding and the memories among other animals. So we have the appropriate structure to utilize bionics. The first 3 people in this movie have worn this device for the first time. The 4th person has gone through 48 hours of training. Wow, this is great. I see. Wow, it's wonderful. Did you see the angle? Did you see the corner? Wow, extraordinary. It's wonderful. So it's a rectangle and it's a space. Correct. That's the pillar. So that's the roof. Can you see? It's a woman. No. Oh, no, it's going up to the sky. It has to be an electric pole or it has to be a tree. Can you see where there are empty seats? Yes. Table. I don't need to feel with my hands anymore. So I can see the glass that Mr. Nakamura is drinking from here. And that's your plate. I can feel the distance. Okay, cheers. So we can do this as well. Wow, welcome to the new world. So you went back to your old world.
Isn't that great? Thank you. So other than these core functions, there are several other. Simplest has several other functions. So even the people become dolphin, the people's world is a little more complicated. So for the social inclusion, there are some other functions. And let me introduce what those functions are. One of those functions are the object color. Distinguishing object color to notify. That's a function. And that it's highly evaluated and high reputation. And if you compare that with the core function, you can do this. Mr. Shinohara, please place bottles on the cable. So, that you sort of like make it unsure that how many bottles in front of him. How many bottles are there in front of you? He said like you must have been really mischievous. You must have been giving me a hard time. That's what he said. 2 bottles. Yes, that's right. One is tea. The other is Coke. Coke is black while tea is brown. Could you hold a black Coke bottle? Correct. Thank you. Isn't this great too? So I cannot stop now, but so there is also another function to be able to read out the texts, and then this uses different logic than other competitors. So the people with a disability in a site can read out the texts. So now he's reading out what the sign says. And with the simplest, when going for shopping or when crossing the cross section, often, of course, the eyesights are required, and then sometimes the operator or the friends or family's eyes can be borrowed. So you may think that, oh, this is just a simple video cell phone, but it's totally different from the glass type and using a mobile phone like this. And in Simplus, all activities are recorded that can be used for training as well as for recording some difficulties or benefit in benefit you receive from other people. So you do not have to. You can speak out if there is someone who did something harmful to you, and this is reproduced. And it detects the object, and then the walker can find the way, the path. And the reason why he's walking on this path, this is, he has been at this place every week, but he had a hard time not being able to figure out where obstacles are. But now, with this function, he can walk by himself. And of course, you can combine this with a white stick so that improve the accuracy to be able to figure out what the surrounding objects are. And Simplus, I wanted to explain the etymology of Simplus. Sin means together, or pathos, or chronos, and then like a symphony is one example, synchronize to share time, or sympathy to share emotion. This sin is used and then to create all beautiful words. And Simplus plus is a positive or addition. So Simplus helps helps to walk by himself, but such kind of rich society cannot be created by a user himself. So by working together, we can create a rich society. So that's the spirit of laser flock. So in order to survive, so for the strategy to survive, the forming a high advanced society is a must. And creating colony is a weak creature's strategy. We are all weak. Human beings are weak. Even though if you believe you're strong still, if you're left alone in jungle, or if you're left alone to fight with a tiger, you will know what it means. So the society can only survive with us helping with each other, with us who are weak help each other. That's for a human being to survive. And in order to maximize this strategy, the technology is important key. The technology has been connected as we develop, as we evolve. And as long as we have a feeling to want to help others, the technology will evolve 20 years later or in 10 years later. The Lives Tokyo, like today, if Lives Tokyo continue to have this theme, most disabilities will no longer become disabilities. And Lives Tokyo no longer be able to held because of that. I hope that will be the case. When that is realized, so all people here, what should we do? Maybe we should play bingo. How's that? Thank you. That was by Mr. Nakamura. Thank you, Mr. Nakamura. Simplus. This is wonderful. So I was wondering what the mechanism behind it. why people can see as if they can see. Technology is great. So Life's technology is completed. Thank you.